think it's time to try and flood the fort again. I've got an elven caravan. That's what I've got from Rala Lori has arrived. But let's go ahead and pull the lever. The grates are hooked up. The bridge is there. Looks like all of the road is done. That way the trees can't grow up and choke off the water flow over time. Yep, so let's go ahead and just say pull it. Come on. Let's test this out. What's the worst that can happen? If this fails, my only course of action left... What? That's a cavern muddy floor? Oh well, it's too late. There should be a grill there. We can try to fix it while we flood it. But if this doesn't work, if it still floods... Oh god, the bridge just fell. The bridge was connected to that piece of land, that's why. Oh boy. So, I'm not sure what I should build there. I can't build a grate there because... Okay, so I know what I need to do. This grate right here on the edge, or in the middle, needs to be removed. And when this is removed, I'll build a piece of flooring here, and then connect a bridge to that. And then we can place a grill or a grate here. Like I said, this is my ongoing headache, so we'll do it live. Fuck it. The water flows down. Seems to be filling up nicely. It's not continuing onto the roadway, which is what I was primarily concerned about. My next concern was that it would get bottlenecked and flood back up here, and then I would really be screwed. That would mean build it bigger. I see the number's 5. As long as it doesn't get 6 and 7, we should be fine. It's turning the bend. It's gonna make it. And then it has all this to flood so it doesn't back up if it gets that bad. But it should flow down, down, down. And then crash into the pond. Still 5s there. Okay, hang on. Better put that floor here real quick before I forget. Make it out of daysite. Make it out of something close. It doesn't matter. The merchants arrive. Begin unloading their goods. It doesn't matter because the water is on its way. And someone said that it would probably flood that lake down there. You're probably right. If it does, we can always just shut it off, run it temporarily. I was kind of wanting to run it full time, but oh well. And the water goes over the edge and cascades into our little pond there. A little bit splashes up onto the edge of the dock. So it is 19th Fellsite late spring. And for the most part, I mean, it's not exactly completely smooth. It's not proven yet. We're going to have to wait and see how bad it floods. If it floods a little bit, I don't care. But too much will be bad. The hatch works. The water is flowing. The grate works. It's spreading it out. Spreading out the mist, I hope. This is all 6s and 5s, so it is draining. And let's get this bridge built. This little centerpiece, that's all it is. That way, if for some reason, if for any reason, the merchants decide to send a caravan our way, their caravan can get down to us. Otherwise, I don't care if it's just got 1 wide and 1 wide. But, oh, I see a bunch of 6s now, 6s and 5s that could possibly be backing up. We'll let it run a bit longer. If it does, I'll mine all this out. Somebody's trapped down there. Who is trapped down there? Forsh, I am disappointed in you. You can stay trapped down there for a minute. I saw 7s actually, so it's getting ready to back up. Let's just pull the lever, and I'm gonna redesign it a little bit, make it a little bit larger, make it so that the water can flow down a little bit quicker. It needs to make it so that it doesn't get bottlenecked right here. So I'm going to mine this whole wall out and let it go directly to the stairwell. Like a big bathtub basin. And let's see what we have to trade with the merchants though. Goods to from, where are thou? Craftsbins, now. We got a lot of craftsbins. Whole bunch of loose artifacts too. A Lunite figurine of Djinn-Lord. I bet you that's carved by Djinn-Lord. This is a well-crafted Lunite figurine of Djinn-Lord work admirers. The item is a well-designed image of a shroomed dwarf and a native aluminum bracelet and a Lunite Batakad Kurikosian. The shroomed dwarf is raising the native aluminum bracelet. So that's a pretty neat artifact, or a pretty neat figurine. Didn't mean to back out of there. That depicts the creation of one of that silver bracelet artifact. Can't remember who made that, but it was pretty neat. Even if we can't ever actually use it. So I will get the broker here, get the goods hauled over here. It might take a bit, all the dwarves are currently pretty busy. And get this mined out. Because this will work. Our dwarves now have a bath, and they have mist. Let's see, is anybody happy? Ferret Fiend, let's check you out. Your thoughts. It's static lately. Talked with a friend. Made a friend. Dined in a legendary dining room. Slept without a proper room. Had a truly good dining room. Or had a truly decadent drink. Admired fine paved road. Where's the mist? Dined in a legendary dining room. A legendary drink. Tired. Irritated by the sun. Nauseated by the sun. Comforted by a lovely waterfall. There it go. There it is. There you go. It's late here. I'm tired. I'm not nearly as cranky now, though, that I know that this waterfall actually works. And the dwarves get a decent mood from it. Hurry up and stop draining down on the dwarves. So, it's 24th Fell Site, 319 Late Spring. I'll come back and see what the traders have for us. I'm sure it's lots of good stuff. Yeah, it looks like it's getting ready to flood. All over the place. I might have to make a drainage channel somewhere. Well, Cappy, it's your turn to be taken by a mood. Cappy Anon, the farmer. He decides that he wants to create something. No migrants this season. 66 might be the cap for now. Again, I don't know what I've got it set at. I haven't checked for a while. Cappy the farmer claims a mechanics workshop. So we'll see what he creates for us there. You might be able to tell the huge swath of blood. Blood, blood, bloody blood that is all over the place. My creation has failed me, and it has spread the blood further than I thought was possible. The good news is the dwarves are clean. It's washed off of their bodies. It's just all over the floor now, and we're tracking it to the trade depot. We may have to flood this entire level to cleanse this. Let's see what do we got going on. We got the military up here training, knee deep in a whole bunch of dead bodies. Let's see, we've got harpy skeleton there, a pile of harpy skeletons and turkey skeletons there, more harpy skeletons, harpies don't make it very far, harpies. I'm sure there's some gargoyle skeletons in there as well. Just building 2 pieces of road here. Again, so I don't have to worry about ever coming down here and chopping down trees or anything. And then we're going to flood it, and this should be enough to let it drain quickly without flooding my tunnel. Once that road is done, we'll come back and probably pull the lever. And then cross our fingers and hope it works. Because it will work. I know it will. I have faith that it will. Fairly certain and positive that it will. But we'll see what Cappy Anon creates us as well. It is 19th Malachite, Midsummer. Well, Cappy, you have created Femshell Kageth, a tetrahedrite mechanism. Let's get a closer inspection of that. It's called the Persuaders of Holding, and it is valued at a straight 60,000 dwarf bucks. All craft dwarf ships of the highest quality. This object is adorned with hanging rings of tetrahedrite, dacite, and ash, and menaces with spikes of tetrahedrite, galena, and colonite. On the item is an image of a truffle and green zircon, and on the item is an image of larch and copper. On the item is an image of a large green zircon and fungi wood. Not really sure where we'll hook that up. Maybe if we ever create a death trap from nobles that ever show up and start giving orders, we can make the lever out of that. That might be fitting. Let's see. Got the drainage pump set up so I can pump any extra water out of this pond. I also built a retaining wall, so a splashback of blood and guts hopefully might not, come onto the walkway here. It gets cleaned up eventually and slowly, I think. I'm hoping. But I think that also it's time to pull that lever. All the roads are built. All my precautions are in place again. Let's get this lever pulled. It is 11th Galena, late summer. We're going to test this drainage system again. I've also got roads built here. I'm probably going to build a road in this corner and roads all the way down this path. Just in case it floods, I don't have to worry about trees and stuff blocking caravans eventually. Which is really the only benefit it does. Otherwise, the trees would be fine. We could chop them down all the time. I have plenty of wood. Like right there. 2-string. He's carrying wood down. I'm chopping this entire forest down. I can only imagine the elves are going to be royally ticked. But I don't care. I have no idea what I'm going to make with it either yet. Maybe more buckets. Let's see. Is anybody going to pull that lever yet? The Wrestler and Master Azra are sparring. I also changed a few titles. Some merchants showed up. The Azrakam caravan from Okarma Dargi has shown up to witness our butchering of their forest. And Tilla is on the way to pull our little water lever here. Pulls it. The gate opens and water begins spilling down. Hopefully it doesn't flood that way. I don't think it will. Continues on its journey now. It can easily flow down here to the stairwell, so it should not build up and be 7 tiles deep so that it overflows right there. And the Keeper Caravan from Sidek Tway has arrived. They're laughing as the trees scream out in pain. Not that the dwarves can hear that. I assume other races might be able to. Is it working? Is it washing the blood and guts down into the river here? I can only imagine it will be soon, so I want someone to pump this. I want to see if it'll work. I have it pumping from the east, so it pumps out water from the tile below that it's built on. Back and away is what is the water it draws from, and then spits it out to the front. So who do we have here? Edgar Figaro. You're not a real dwarf. You go over there and start pumping water out of this little pond, I guess. And filling it down there. That's fine. Looks like it drains a decent amount. If I really wanted to, I could find a way to make that run 24/7 and then power a water wheel that would power the pumps that drain it so that it never gets overfilled. That might be another project I need to start working on then. Doesn't drain the water too fast, only 1 and 2 deep over there. In fact, I'd imagine it'll probably spread out and start evaporating before it could even fill up the place. Maybe. So we'll see what the merchants brought us. And thank you again, Cappy, for your wonderful mechanism there. Is it washing the blood off the dwarves? Yeah, it's working here. You can see it splashing down and misting right here. Awesome.